Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are here. Today is the day. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Bud Crawford. Later on tonight, Showtime pay-per-view. All right. And I will be covering this fight live. I plan on logging back on maybe around 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, maybe about an hour before um, the actual card begins. All right. Um, I believe that Showtime is going to be showing the non-made event or the non-made card pre-fights, probably on YouTube or something. Let me just go to YouTube real quick and see if they're going to be showing the actual preliminary fights. So depending on how those fights are going, I might jump on a little earlier than that. You guys see, but I think the latest I'll be on by 7. All right. But yeah, are you guys excited? I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to come in, and then we can start chatting. And I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna drop the link too. So if anybody wants to jump in and share their thoughts on the fight, I would love to hear some of your thoughts on the fight as well today. All right. And I wanna shout out to all of you guys that's been here and just all the comments, the support. I read all of the comments. I may not react to all of them, but I've been getting like a, at least 1,000 comments this past week. In all of the videos combined, it's been a crazy week. We had a new weight in Fulton earlier this week, and then we went straight into this fight. It's been a busy week working, doing stuff. Last night we took my sister out for her birthday, still like being active off YouTube, but still being crazy active on YouTube. And I made sure like I at least dropped some kind of content each and every day this week. It's been a crazy, crazy week. But salute everyone that's coming in. Like I said, I am gonna drop the link in a short period of time. And shortly I'll drop the link and you guys can join in if you want and share some of your thoughts. But are you guys excited? Tell me how you guys feel in the comments. Are you guys excited? Are you guys nervous? Do you guys got a lot of money on the fight? Like, how do you feel about this fight? Me personally, since I've been on YouTube for a decade now, I think I'm more excited about this fight than any other fight I've ever covered. Even more so than Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, simply because I was very, very confident on how that fight was going to go. Like, I knew the fight was going to go like that. I thought it would be a little bit more action, but I kind of knew the fight was going to go that way. So even though I was excited for the fight, I wished it happened earlier. With this fight here, I feel like it's happening at the right time, so I'm super excited. I don't feel nervous though. I don't feel like, you guys know I picked Bud to win, but like I'm not nervous about it. I feel like if Bud were to lose, of course I'm be a little mad because he lost the fight, but I'm just happy it's gonna be over. Like I don't want to talk about it no more as far as whose fault it was and didn't happen, all that stuff. And I want, a lot of narratives have been pushed over the past few years, and I'm kind of tired of discussing that and going back and forth. And I'm kind of tired of all that. I just want it to be over. Like I want these guys to fight, and whoever wins wins. I really like the fact that they have so much mutual respect for each other, and that, even on that standpoint, it kind of shuts down a lot of narratives that's been pretty pushed all these years. Because like you guys are pushing stuff and the fighters don't even feel that way. You know what I mean? And I kind of respect the both of them for that. You know what I mean? And I also like the fact that they made the fight happen from a phone call. Like they actually chopped it up with each other. They left the businessman, the guys with the suits, out of the way, and they made it work for themselves. And this is part of the reason why, or probably the main reason why, this fight is really going down. All right. Shout out to everyone in the comments. XXX, what's up? Uncommon, Curtis, Ansley, Beast, LFC, El Chivo, Tyrell was good, Sky Davis, Pepino, Mad Christ, Ivan, Vitalaj, Udis, who else we got here? Bammy, what's up? E-Class was good. Lawrence, a lot of familiar names, man. Prime Politics, Duke Odin was good. What's up with everybody here? You know, shout out to all you. What's up, Jay Roos? Was good with you? All right. So yeah, I mean, going into the fight after watching the weigh-in, reading the comments too of you guys, it's mad Errol Spence fans that's in my comments every time I make a video about these two. And you know what? Not for nothing. There's a few like stupid comments I get, even some from the Bud fans too. But there's some stupid comments I get sometimes. But to be honest, 90% of the Spence guys that come here, they respect my view. They're like, yo, I disagree with how the fight is gonna go, but like I like your analysis. Like I like the way you breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? You saying all the stuff that Spence is going to do in order to win the fight. And I think that's like that's what's important to me. Like it's one thing to say how I feel, but it's not like coming from a state of emotion. Like I just want the fight to happen. Like if Bud loses, I don't know Bud personally. Like I want him to win as a fan of him. And I think he's gonna win based on what he can do in the ring. But it's not like I'm not like losing sleep over or anything like that. I am excited for it though. I am turned up. I'm ready for it though. ET, thank you for the donation. He says, I'm happy for Wave. This day has finally arrived. I know you've been waiting for this fight forever. Let's get this money fam. 1,000 on Bud. Damn, 1,000 on Bud. I ain't put that much up, but I feel you. I'm not like, I know I tell you like I gamble and stuff like that, but I put a few $100s up for a fight, you know, at the very most. I don't like put up like crazy amount of money on bets. Like I'm not like that level of gambling. And plus, I haven't been even doing that since before the apps were available in New York. Because in New York, maybe like a year and a half ago, and maybe not even 2 years, we didn't even have that options to use those apps. Like those apps just started being available for us, like maybe like a couple years ago. You know, so I'm still new to the gambling thing, but I like it. It's fun, but I like the fun out of it. I don't be like crazy, but I do bet sometimes more with people I personally know, you know? So I've done that for years. I've always done that. But as far as like the apps and stuff like that, I don't go crazy on the apps, like chill. But for personal people, like people I know, people I work with, friends, family, that's when we really be talking, you know what I mean? And it's not even just boxing, it'll be other sports and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you for the donation, bro. Appreciate it. What's up, John Doe? Vidalage. What's up, Natty? Yeah, I seen your comment, Natty. I know you going for Spence, bro. I know you sticking. All my Jamaican friends, all y'all got Spence winning, man. I was just talking shit to a coworker of mine that's Jamaican, and we were just talking about like how, you know, I know all y'all picking. You know, I know all y'all picking Spence. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But yeah, everything is good, man. Good to see you, man. You still out here. Come back, man. Start making content again. You know what I mean? But good to see you, OG of the boxing community here. Natty Turner, got Spence. What do you guys? What else you guys are saying? All right, I'm gonna drop the link. If you guys want to link up, join us. The link will be in the comment section. If you want to join up, speak your piece, keep it respectful, and let me know how you got the fight. All right. Fotex, thank you for the donation, bro. He says, Bud by stoppage, 7th to 9th round, fish fry. Hashtag fish fry. What's up, my boy? This is my bro right here. This is my real bro, like in real life. This is my guy. What's up, you got Spence. I got Bud, man. I got Terrence Crawford winning the fight. Where you going to watch the fight? You going to a fight party? You doing something at your house? What you doing? You know I'm going to be here for the fight. If you ain't got nothing going on, come up. You know, come up to the crib. If you don't got anything going on, just hit me on my phone. I'll be here. I think my dad, my cousin's coming through. A couple people are gonna come through later, but nothing crazy because you know I want to be focused on this commentary I do later. But shout out to my boy. And thank you for the donators too so far. All right, so come through if you trying to see a fight. If you don't got nowhere to go, I know a lot of people is doing fight parties, pool parties, all kind of stuff. I've been invited this week. People that know what I do, inviting me to all of these fight parties this week. Like, man, I ain't going to your fight party. I'm gonna be here working. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited, man. Really, really excited for this fight, man. I just can't wait and see how this fight is gonna end. Common Curtis, what's up, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, bet. Well, first off, man, shout out to you. I've been following you for a minute. Appreciate the analysis. 98% of the time we agree. This one time, we on different sides. But if you give me a second, I wanted to basically say, despite all the drama and nonsense and everything, I've actually learned to appreciate Bud during this promotion more. I feel like behind all the top ranked nonsense and drama and all that, seeing him on the pivot, seeing him talk to Mike, seeing him like open up, kind of actually makes me appreciate him a little bit more, because it's easy to get caught up in the YouTube drama, the bias, you know, how people push certain stuff, but actually taking all that aside and being like, damn, I can actually respect who he is. And it actually made me even more excited for the fight, even though I have a bias towards Spence. But just seeing these two make this fight happen without all the drama, without all the fighting, and despite a little presser, it actually was like, damn, we really got a chance for boxing and boxers to finally like put all the nonsense aside and give us what we want as fans. So despite who wins, I'm just happy to see boxing trending in the right direction. And I think these two, even though we've had some good fights this year, I think these two can be the real ones to like push the momentum forward, because they had so much drama surrounding this fight and that side of the street. It feels like, man, maybe there's a hope for that side of the street stuff to finally be put to an end and give the fans, the true fans, not the guys who are just deriding the, you know, the fighter, but the real fans, what we want to see. So, but I do got Spence late round TKO, but I do think Bud's gonna also give us some real highs and make the fight real interesting. But I gotta go with my guy Spence at the end of it all.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when it comes to picking this fight, you know, it's still kind of difficult, even though I thought Bud was always kind of going to win. I think Spence is really, really hard to deal with, you know, and I think sometimes when I talk, it kind of sounds like I don't believe in Bud to some people, because I read that comment a lot, and it's like, it's not that I don't believe in Bud. It's just that I know if Spence wins the fight, I know exactly how he's going to win the fight. Yeah. I can picture it in my head being too much for Bud. Sometimes I can look at Spence fight and be like, yo, this dude's a monster. Like, this dude is just walking through these dudes and beating the hell out of them. I can play it in my head how I can see Bud winning. I mean, losing a fight.
Yeah.
But I still have my pick. This is my pick. And I think Bud has a better chance. I keep pushing a knockout thing because I think Bud needs to knock him out. And I know people just saying that based on the judges, like he'll get robbed. I'm not even talking from a robbery standpoint. I'm talking about Bud needs to literally hurt this guy in order to win. Whether it's on the cards, he needs to hurt this guy at some point.
Yep.
Because if he's just running through him like the way he does everybody else, then we're going to have a serious problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, can I ask you one question before I hop off?
Yeah.
I know you brought up in a lot of your analysis Errol's tank and how much like his engine is just superior. Do you ever factor in him getting his stuff together post the accident and him like really taking the training seriously and being like, damn, what if he can take it to a whole nother level?
Yeah. I've thought about that. But I know, I think I've probably said this before, even before the accident. You know what I mean? Just because of him blowing up, I knew he was turning, like going out a lot. And I said this before, and I've said this about a lot of fighters, to be honest. You know, I think all of us all agree with Adrian Broner back then. You know, I was saying this a lot about him back years ago, and some other fighters too. But you know what? Some of these fighters live their life the way they live, you know, and I can't judge them because I like to go out a lot. I like to party. Now, I'm not a professional boxer, but I understand the lifestyle that they live. I know that lifestyle. I'm very familiar with that lifestyle. So some of these guys, they party, they do a lot of stuff, you know, and unfortunately for Spence, he got into the car accident and all that stuff due to the drinking. But some of these guys, it's their life. They don't know any other way to do it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Now, everybody could be like super disciplined, like Floyd, no smoking, no drinking. None of the all these guys can't do it. You know, Benavidez said this about Benavidez when he lost his strap. You know, it's like I've said it about so many fighters, but this is his story, and he still was able to get here based on that. He probably would be a little better if he was a little bit more dedicated, but we'll never know because that's not Errol Spence. You know.
Appreciate you, Way.
All right.
All right.
Later. Jay Roos, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm great, man. I feel good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. We finally got this fight we've been wanting to see, huh?
Yeah, and it didn't happen. You know, I got to a point that I didn't think the fight was gonna happen. Hold on. Let me just shoot my guy Charles Edward Cheese. Thank you for the donation, bro. For the years that you've been giving me this money, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wade, what's goody? Today's the day finally. Spencer clinched, lemon booty, all that. Spence gonna get it done by any means. All right. I was just about to ask you who you got winning. I think I knew you had Spence winning, but yeah, I'm sure you put money down and all that, bro. Thanks again for the donation, man. You already know, man. Hopefully, I know you're never gonna come on here, but hopefully, I always gonna say to you, if you ever in the area, you better hit me up. You might even be from New York. I don't know if you really from that. If you ever in the area, hit me up, man. Let's go out for drinks. Yeah, Jay Roos, what you got? Yeah, I was gonna say, there was a point I didn't think the fight was gonna happen, you know, and I kind of gave up talking about it. I was like, you know what, this fight ain't gonna happen, man. But it happened. As soon as these guys made a phone call, it's like everything worked out, you know.
Yeah, man. I had done videos too. I was like, man, at one point I didn't even care anymore. I was like, I'm tired of talking about it, you know, because they were talking about Spence fighting, what's his name, with the ponytail, Keith Thurman. Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
but, you know, I'm glad it eventually worked out. You know, this is almost like the Super Bowl of boxing right here.
It is. It is in my eyes. You know, this is, in my opinion, this has been the biggest fight for me. You know, I know there's been bigger fights, you know, and fights that made more pay-per-view buys and all of that stuff. But to me, this is the one right here. This is, I haven't felt this excited for a fight. You know, I think there would have been other fights that would have gave me this same feeling like Joshua and Wilder if it had happened. But even if it does happen at the end of the year, I don't have that same feeling that I had for it. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's too late. Now, it's not too late to a point where it's like Floyd Manning, but I feel like this one, the time of it is a lot better. Even though Spence got into the accident, he came back and still did damage after the accident. So I don't feel a way about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with this, you know?
Yeah, same here, man. Just like back in the days, we never got Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe, and I had been waiting for that. So Joshua Wilder is kind of like our version of Lewis Bowe, kind of. But I'm like I said, I'm getting real hyped up about this fight, and I just hope there's no funny business with the judging since we got Cheatham and Weisfeld. And, I don't want to know.
I hope not neither. But, you know, I never make predictions or do content based on the robberies. You know, I try not to, you know, I think when we expect it, I think that's when we get it. You know what I mean? I just try to just do it based on the skills. I try to leave my emotions out of it. Like, I try to leave the judges and the politics out of it. I just like to talk in a way like, who's better? Like, who's a better fighter? Who's a better boxer? Who do I think is going to win? You know, that's me. You know, I know other people, they put the title, robbery, we get robbery and all that. I don't even want to put that kind of energy out there, you know? Because people I realize, especially with like fans and maybe even content creators, I think they want to be able to say like, I told you so. By putting that energy out there, by saying, yo, this is going to be a robbery, just so they could come back and say, yeah, see, I told y'all. Nah, like, no, I don't want that to happen. It's a possibility, but sometimes it'll be a random boxing night without some superstars, and we're watching a fight and we see this crazy robbery. and it won't even be from any big name or anything like that. And it's like we didn't expect to hear it. I think sometimes when it happens, it just happens. You
Yeah.
know, I do like the referee though.
I'm not even. Who's the referee?
Harvey Doc.
Oh,
Black
okay,
dude,
I'm not even.
bald,
I'm not
slim,
familiar
tall
with.
guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What was the last fight he did? Do you know?
oh man, he's done so many fights. I can't remember what the last fight he did. You've seen him though. He's a tall,
Right.
slender guy, and he doesn't get too involved. He lets
Oh,
the
okay.
guys fight, and he only breaks it in when he needs to. You know what I'm saying? He's
Okay.
fair. Um, he's good. I like him. He's a straight shooter. I've never seen any crazy real drama like when it comes to him. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, they always say the best refs are the ones that you don't really notice. Like my favorite ref of all time is kind of Joe Cortez. He would just let guys fight. He wouldn't do a lot of break it up, break it up. He just let you
Right.
fight pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's important. And I brought this up in a breakdown because if it was this guy, Kenny Bayless, it
Oh
would be a
yeah.
problem because we already know how Spence gets down. You know what I mean? He likes to work on the inside,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be some tying up when it involved in this fight. And Kenny Bayless is going to jump in every moment. As soon as they touch each other, he's going to be there. Stop, stop, stop. That's what he does. Stop, 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 stop. I'm like, yo, bro, you got to let them fight because
Yeah, let
the
him fight.
inside and the clinching is part of the sport. Like, yo, these
Yeah.
guys are going to have to work out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right.
part. I was talking to boxing gyms the other day about that. And he was like, yo, it's like jujitsu. It's a part of the sport.
Right.
You got to have skills to know how to tie up and clinch and
Yeah.
work your way in and out of those clinches. You can't
Right.
take that away because you don't like it as a referee.
Yeah, that's an unwritten rule of boxing. You're gonna clinch it. I mean, it happens, especially, like heavyweights. I mean, if heavyweights don't clinch, you don't even have a fight. So yeah, you gotta let guys be able to work on the inside, and you just have to let the fight play out. That's what we pay our money to see. We don't pay to see a ref.
Facts. Oh, Center Ring, thank you for the donation, by the way. I know I put it up on the screen, but wanted to thank you for that. Do Golden, I see your question. Going to Dubai in 2 weeks, man. Have a great time. I had an amazing time in Dubai. It's probably my favorite trip of all time. It's so much stuff that I did that I can't even post on social media, man. That's all I gotta say. We had a good time, and I can't wait to go back, man. So be safe out there. Strict, but if you are, if you don't act like a crazy person, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? So
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So how do you got the fight going?
Well, I think the first match of the first round, I think both guys are gonna kind of come out slow, and I think both guys are gonna try to steal the last maybe 20 or 10 seconds just to get the crowd and the judges. They might just I think either Spence or Crawford might come in with like a wild shot just to see if it connects, just to kind of win over things. But I think the first 2 or 3 rounds might start out slow till somebody really gets caught, and I think I think Crawford's gonna dominate this fight just because I think he has more tricks up his sleeve. I think with the switching, I've never really liked when fighters switch from conventional to southpaw, but I think it works for him. So I think that might confuse Errol Spence because he's kind of got one way of fighting. It's just like coming forward and body shots, and if Crawford can take the body shots, I think even though he might be physically the smaller man, I think he's physically the stronger man. So I think he can catch Errol Spence early, and if he catches him, it could be. I know at first I picked decision, but I don't know. I think Crawford might surprise us, and he might stop Spence. That's just how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you made a good point, a lot of good points. I think him being tricky, and just being able to adjust and switch. There's a lot of fighters that switch, but there's a lot of guys that don't do it really that good. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that Crawford is one of the best. I think he's almost identical when he switches. Almost, I still think. I think that when he's on serious time, he's as a southpaw though. I think when he fights the other way, I think that he fights just as good, but I feel like he has more, like he can do everything when he's switching and he's fighting as an orthodox fighter. He does everything the same, but I feel like he feels more comfortable as a southpaw, and then when it's like this, it's different levels of Crawford. And I feel like most of the fights, he's so relaxed, but then the moment he's serious and he wants to get you out of there, that's when he's like a different fighter altogether. And I'm picking Crawford based on that version of him. I'm not picking Crawford based on how he is in the earlier rounds and when he's getting hit by all these random unnecessary shots. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about Bud when it's go time and he wants to stop you. That's the Crawford that I think beats Spence.
Right. I see it that way too. He's got laser focus. He knows how to get people out of there. And the thing that people don't realize either is that, both guys are undefeated, but still Crawford has more fights than Spence. And so, I mean, what can Spence really show him that no one else has shown him? I know this is the best fighter he's ever fought, but can he really show Crawford anything different than he's seen? Because I know Crawford can show Spence something different.
Yeah, I mean, those are good arguments, but I think for people that believe Spence is going to win, I don't think it's really about showing anything different. I mean, his own coach said that he's basic. It's more about just sticking to his fundamentals and the pressure. You might be outboxing me. You might be landing some counters and stuff. But if you can't hurt me and I'm still coming forward and I'm still throwing, how much can you take? What they're saying is I'm gonna break your will. So if you're doing all these things that's right and it's not affecting me and I'm still coming forward, how much are you going to be willing to keep doing that and be successful at doing it without getting burnt out? I think it's the pressure normally. Sean Porter to me was the only fighter that really was able to match Spence's energy, constant pressure, because he is the same kind of fighter. He's not going to really get tired like that. You know what I mean? Sean always lost fights. Some fights where it wasn't against the super elite, I felt like Sean didn't really perform all that well. He didn't look all that great because I think he fights on a level with his opponents. I think Crawford does too. I think a lot of these fighters do. But when he fought Errol Spence, he was matching Spence's and he was making Spence go backwards at times, because Sean is rough and rugged. He's always been like a football player fighting. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's the thing with people that think Spence is going to win. Like, it's just going to be too much. He's too big. This is what I hear. He's too big. He's still too strong. He hits too hard, but ain't never get hit by the body by anyone like that. Those are the things. His jab is great. All of this stuff. That's what people are expecting. And even though it's the same and it's constant, they, like I said in the breakdown, pressure busts pipes. And if Bud is a superior boxer, like just about all of us believe, how much is he going to be willing to take with the pressure? I think that's what the argument that they make.
Yeah, man, that's what makes this fight so intriguing. It's like it can go like, say Spence wins. It's not like I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'm just I think Crawford will win, but like whoever wins, I don't think it should be a shock to either side because it's such high caliber fighters. I was going to ask you, what do you think they'll actually come in the fight weighing tonight? You think their weights will be like real drastically different?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't know what Spence and Crawford recently weighed in the ring. I mean, I'm thinking, if I had to guess, I'm thinking Spence is going to probably be like 170 maybe.
Oh, man.
165, maybe 170.
Oh,
and I think Crawford will probably be, maybe 160, like maybe like around there. I really don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that when I seen them on fight night, they both look heavier than what they looked at that weigh-in yesterday. I do believe, and I see somebody left a comment. I do believe that Crawford looked a little bit better at the weigh-in. I mean, I think Crawford might have looked the best he's ever looked at a weigh-in before yesterday. I mean, even he's gonna be 36 in a few months, and I think that's the best shape he's ever looked at a weigh-in before.
Yeah, he looked great.
I don't remember him looking. He's always looked like good, like his abs and everything. But I think yesterday was just like over the top. Like,
yeah, he looked really good. Yeah,
and it doesn't mean that Spence is not going to bring what he brings. He's still going to do what he does. He's not going to get tired. He's just going to just keep throwing punches. But Crawford is not. I mean, neither one of them is playing. But Crawford clearly ain't playing, coming in looking like that. And there won't be any excuses for me. If Crawford were to lose this fight, you ain't gonna hear no excuses. I've kept my foot down for about this fight all these years. I'm not gonna change up if he happens to lose a fight. If I lose a fight, y'all can come here and talk all your shit all you want. I get all these people leaving comments like, yo, I'm gonna be back after the fight. They'll never come back when they lose. You know what I mean? When they wrong, they never come back. These people be thinking that I be looking for their comments like, bro, I don't even know who you are. You're not even like a name that I see regularly in my lives. I don't know who you are, man.
Right.
But I ain't thinking about you when the fight is going down. I'll tell you that much. Like, I mean, you have a channel. I'm sure you get some of that too. Like people just be talking and I'm like, bro, I don't even know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
I've never seen your name before.
Yeah, dude, it's like, like the keyboard warriors, they like to be fans and hiding, then I don't get why dudes get so emotional over this stuff anyway. It's like, why are you taking an interest in it so hard to where you get your feelings hurt? It's like not that serious, man. It's just a fight. But I was gonna ask you too, who do you think has the better corner? Do you think it's a Crawford or a Spence, like Bomac or Derek James?
So I like Derek James a lot. He's probably like my favorite coach right now. Simply because I like his instructions. I like his instructions. I don't always agree with him, but I would probably pick Derek James right now because I love him as a coach. I mean, I'm talking about with everybody he's worked with. I don't think he's going to fit for everybody. And there's one thing that I have a concern about Derek James right now is that when it was his 2-3 main fighters, he would have all of the time in the world for each fighter. He's picking up a lot of fighters now over there. And, I know he has them all training together, but I think it was a more, one-on-one thing before when it was just Spence, Jamel, Frank Martin. I think now he's getting a lot of people over there. You got Joshua over there. You got Frank. You got Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying he's incapable of handling that, but I think when you hear these fighters say like, "Yo, it's intimate between you really spending time with Derek, not just training, but you spending time with him," I think that's very effective. That should be very effective with the fighter because you got more of a connection. So I personally like Derek James as a trainer better, just based on what I've seen from him. But I don't think it's gonna have any. Like I'm going with the fighters. You know what I mean? And that's not to diss Bomac. I like what he says in the corner too.
Right.
I just like Derek better. Boxing Gems, what's up, bro?
What's good, my guy?
I was gonna hit you up and see if you wanted to jump in too.
I just happened to come on here and see you was on. So, I know you're gonna do your thing tonight. So I mean I'm gonna do the same. So might as well chop it up with you now. What's good?
While you here, tell people how you see the fight going, man.
I think it's Crawford's fight to win or lose. I just think he's the more skilled fighter, the better skilled fighter. I think he could definitely make mistakes to give up the fight, though. If he doesn't respect Arrow's inside game, then he's gonna have a long night. But and I also think he can get caught early while he's measuring his distance. But other than that, that step back game on Arrow, I mean, I think it's gonna work very well. So
Yeah. Okay. I think most people, I think there was someone that joined earlier, someone that joined Uncommon Curtis. He came in, he got Spence. There's a lot of people that got Spence in here, but it's all about the respect. I know, a lot of people respect you. Well, you already know a lot of people respect your channel because you bring the top tier analysis and stuff. But did you get anything out of the weigh-in?
I thought both of them looked good, man.
Yeah, me too.
Both of them look good. Crawford looked better than I've seen him in a minute.
Yeah, I just said that. Yep.
Yeah, but nah, both of them look good, ready to go in shape. Hey, you know what's crazy? That it don't have nothing to do with technical analysis, but what's up with the with all the talk from the Spence camp about past opponents and who made the fight and like, bro, ain't that shit over with? Like, don't y'all got to fight?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm talking about like within the last few days, everybody is still talking about Sean Porter. Everybody's still
For what?
People talking about the coin flip. People talking about, I saw Spence rant yesterday about that after the weigh-in. He's just like, yo, I made this fight happen. This, that, and third. Like, bro, do you want to be undisputed or not?
Right, fam. Are you ready?
Yo, I said the same thing about Shakur recently. This is before, he went to the WBC. Like when he was talking about the purse split. Listen, we can think whatever we want about who we think deserves more money. Same thing with Spence and Bud. We could think whatever. At the end of the day, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to take a short bit of change in order to get that undisputed under your records? That undisputed thing is forever. Yeah. That's forever. That's cemented. So if you really, really want it, you get it any way you got to get it. And if you guys agreed on the terms, then fine. If you gave a little bit of money away, that's cool. But if you want to be undisputed, which I believe he does, why are we still talking about it, bro?
Yeah, so I feel you. Even though to them everything's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just so I ain't no hypocrite, fam.
Yeah.
If I was a professional boxer, it'd be all about the money. I don't care about nothing else but the money. We gonna get the belt just so we could raise our stock, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna trip on them, feeling like they're getting the short end of the stick. But but my point though was all that shit is cool until we have a fight. Once we have a fight, why are we still talking about that type of shit?
Exactly. It was all good when the fight was not happening, and we're trying to argue about why the fight is not happening. Because we're basing off these reports we're getting, which we don't even know if they're really true, But when we read the reports, okay, we arguing, yo, who should get the biggest purse split? Who should get that? Listen, I know it's about the money. I know it's about it. I know I agree with you 100%. It's about that, but bro, we're way past it. We should be talking about nothing else but what's happening in the ring that night.
Yep.
And some people, unfortunately, they can't do that. They can't talk to you about how a fighter could win the fight, or they can't do that.
That's most fans.
Yeah, pushing narratives. Anybody go on here and just tell you some shit. It's easy, but talking about what these fighters can actually do in the ring is a little bit more difficult. And unfortunately, a lot of people they just don't have the education to do it, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't care to do it, thank you.
We trying to change all that way. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let me just get this out of the way. I think TBC's legs lateral movement and ego aside will be the determining factor to his victory. Spence just has to be Spence and take away Bud's legs and go to the body. I'm going with T Bud and within 7. Damn. Yeah, I think I got. I think I'm thinking like 9. 10 maybe.
That's exactly 9, what 10. I said.
Yeah. Well, J Rose, what you said you got Bud, but is it by knockout or decision?
Yeah, I actually got crazy with it. I picked Bud in 5.
Oh, damn. 5.
Yo, let me tell you something.
He wanted more. It's like he was chasing Spence all these years, and Spence was always like, well, I want 60-40, or we have to talk to my promoter. I'm like, do you really want to fight Crawford, man? Like, what's up, man?
Damn, son, 5.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if it's gonna be a knockout. Fam. My original bet was just Crawford straight up, but
yeah.
I was just telling my subscribers that somebody asked me at the barbershop if it were a stoppage, what rounds do you think? And I said 9 and 10, so I had to put some money on 9 and 10 just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 9 and 10 sounds realistic to me. I think, if Bud knocks him out like quick, bro, they gonna say this guy was drained in that car accident, and they gonna say all that stuff. I don't even want it to be like that, bro. I want to see like a good fight, whatever way it ends. I don't want to see somebody. I mean, even though I want Bud to win bad, and I'm gonna be hyped if he win whatever way he went. I don't want to see somebody just straight get embarrassed, yo.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be like, this dude was trash the whole time. Like they gonna disrespect Spence crazy if he lose that way, bro. They gonna say he's trash, yo. He's drained, man. That accident he got into with the van and earlier this year messed his knee up. They're
gonna make up excuses anyway.
Yeah,
Hey, that's one thing about this fight, bro. It's gonna be a whole lot of napkins out. Whoever win this joint, man, because the fan base is so toxic and so fanboyish, it's ridiculous. I don't give a damn who wins, bro. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I mean, it's just another fight. We're gonna have another one next weekend. So
yeah. All around strong was good. You there? Yo,
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I see you. What's good?
Hey, what's up? Boss, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. How y'all doing, man?
All right, man. How you doing?
Wait, we hyped up for later. How you got the
fight? First of all, shout out to let me go to the house real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, man, shout out to EJ and Bud. Shout out to the fan bases. Shout out to boxing. Let me say that first and foremost, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got EJ stopping Bud, man. I got EJ stopping Bud. Now, can Bud stop him? Of course. You know what I'm saying? I don't think EJ probably will get a jump on the decision. I don't know if they like EJ like that. The powers that be. You know what I'm saying? He be trying to speak in his mind. Like he said, with
he's
the little 3%.
His mind a lot lately.
Yeah, he been speaking his mind, like calling out the sanctioning bodies with the 3%. And I ain't no conspiracy theorist. I mean, they might give him a decision if he get a decision, but just his mindset, the way he talking, the way him and Derek James talking, he talking about breaking his will. Unless he playing psychological games, I just think his mind, he just going in there like, look, I'm trying to punish this man. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to be very careful because Bud is a legendary fighter. You know what I'm saying? He a Hall of Fame fighter, Slim. But at the end of the day, I just think EJ, I just think he got the better corner. With all due respect to Bo Mac, they got a great corner as well. But I like Derek James' philosophy in boxing. I also like the fact that EJ, he been through a lot of stuff, man. Not just the accidents, not just the detached retina, but like the naysayers. I know a couple of the brothers said they think he been avoiding them. I don't know how y'all could say that. He been chasing Bud. Like he said what he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? He said he was gonna get 3 belts and then go for Bud show. But at the end of the day, man, shout out to both fighters. I think they both winners, regardless of the outcome of this fight. I think the sport of boxing wins. I think us as fans, you know, you yourself, media content creator, I think we all win. But at the end of the day, I like EJ like around 9-10 in a great historic fight.
I got a question.
Yeah,
bro. What? So EJ by stoppage.
Yeah.
So all right. So
somebody might gotta.
Is that me?
Oh, I'm putting my joint on mute. Hold on.
All right. So no, that was him. All right. So EJ by stoppage. All right. So what? All right. He's had what? The last 4 fights, he's had 1 stoppage. That was the eye. That was the doctor stoppage against Ugas. So what about Bud makes you think that EJ didn't stop them other dudes, was gonna stop Bud?
Well, first of all, I don't really care what happened in the last fights. And I know you just asking the question, so don't take my vibe as hostility. We're just talking boxing. At the end of the day, basically what I just said, EJ been patiently waiting. People been writing him off. For whatever reason, people saying he ducked him. He had to wait a whole another year and a half. So I think that I don't want to say that animosity because it definitely ain't no animosity, but whatever that word is, I think just that built up tension, that patience, you know what I'm saying? Not getting the Pacquiao. Obviously, he came back and got rid of Ugas, but not getting that Pacquiao fight. And I just think Bud is such a fighter. Like, as great as a boxer as Bud is, he also like a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nebraska. He like a he like a country tough dude. Like, he ain't no sucker. So it's like when you hit Bud, he almost deviates from his game plan and tries to get you back. So he's a very emotional chip on your shoulder type fighter, and that is what makes him great. You get what I'm saying? But I just personally think that they gonna get into it. Bud gonna get hurt or Bud gonna get hit, and Bud gonna be like, you know what, game plan gonna have to go out the window for a minute. We about to just throw down, and I think that's gonna leave him open to get knocked out. Now again, that's just my thoughts. It could be the other way around. We just don't know. And I heard you say something, Boxingwave. You said something a couple minutes ago how a lot of people don't come back. I don't always get to catch your show just because of time frame and everything. But mark my word, my name is All Around Strong. People know me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I see you. I've seen you a lot.
Yeah. So if he lose, especially if he get clipped, don't worry. I'll go on your Instagram page. I'll show my face. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say I don't care. I am pulling for EJ, but again, I want both of these brothers to win. Like, I almost want both of them to win, if that makes sense. But I'm pulling for EJ. So if EJ don't win, you don't gotta worry about me. I stand by my brand. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be back here and give him his props. But I just got EJ. I just got EJ.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, one more thing real quick, bro.
Yeah.
So the problem I have with following a fighter's plan to wait to do something else to fight the best fight in the division, or what's considered the best fight in the division, is that tomorrow ain't promised, bro. You know, EJ almost died waiting on that. I could have died waiting on that. You could have died waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? We'd have never seen the fight. So I'm just a big believer in taking the biggest fight right away.
Yeah, I mean,
What
especially
you mean though?
especially because during that period, not everybody on the PBC wanted to fight Spence at one point. Danny, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter included. I remember when Spence got those belts and he was like, see, look at these two guys. When Danny and Keith Thurman was sitting up on their podium without no belts, and he's sitting up there with his belts. There was a time those guys didn't want to fight him. Now they're over here calling them out. And this is even after the Kell Brook fight when he had a title. You know what I mean? Those guys in the PBC didn't all want to fight him at one point. That's what I'm saying. Bud was on it more than the other PBC fighters. You know, so I don't think it was really all about like keeping it in-house. You know, it might have been to him, but I know those people around him, maybe in charge or even other fighters, I don't think they wanted to smoke until Spence became that guy, you know?
Yeah, I was referring to him saying that the repeated mantra of Spence did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah,
that's what I was referring to.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, man, tomorrow ain't promised, bro. We want, if we're boxing fans, we want the best fights now, man.
Yeah, toughest SOB. Thank you for the donation. He said, I got 8K on Crawford in under 10.5 rounds. Damn.
God,
8K.
Wow.
Okay. Shout out to toughest SOB. And the brother, I don't know your name, but yeah, I hear you on that as far as like waiting. I definitely get you, but I guess my counter to that would be Bud himself said after he fought who was that, Porter? He said that Bob Arum couldn't get him to fight when he was with Top Rank. So realistically, and I ain't really one of them type of dudes that I don't really get into the promotional companies, but we do gotta be realistic. Like Bud said to himself that Bob Top Rank couldn't get him to fight with Earl when he was with them. So we gotta keep that in mind as well. But I definitely agree with your point though. I like to see the fights when they need to be made.
Yeah, no, I wasn't really trying to compare and contrast what they said in the whole fanboy battle. I was just saying, just as a general statement, man, it's important to get the best fights now, fam. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is.
Real quick, D Luckett says, and thank you for donating, bro. He says, when Bud gets hit, he fights. When Spence gets hit, he has mental lapses, which is worse.
I don't know about
Spence, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, I would say having mental lapses is worse, but does he have mental lapses? I don't think
Well,
so.
he's talking about with the mouthpiece.
Yeah, but it wasn't him getting hurt. I think it was more of him just losing the mouthpiece and just trying to chase after it and him getting caught.
That is a mental lapse, though, no doubt.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
the
you
only
can't just
example
not
we
paying
going with.
attention to your opponent, bro.
That was
Hold
like
on.
a one-time thing too, though.
It's a
That's not gonna
one-time
happen
thing,
every
though.
fight.
That's not.
Nah, it hasn't been one time.
All right. When else?
It
Yeah.
was God damn, when was the other time? It was Spence Garcia, I believe.
I don't remember
He
that.
turned to the side, he lost his mouthpiece, turned to the side. Garcia almost cleaned his ass. Danny Garcia.
Oh, Danny goes. I was thinking you meant Mikey.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
But nah, so but in all seriousness though, in all reality, Spence, when Spence gets hit, he goes harder with his same game plan. That's what he does.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, he might have a momentary mental lapse and looking for that mouthpiece if it gets knocked out, but that's real specific, bro.
Yeah. DMB on. I see you in here, bro. What's good?
What's going on, Wave? What's up, Gems? What's up
What's
to
good?
everybody on the panel?
What you got on the fight?
I ain't bet nothing yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about betting maybe on the under. I gotta look at it. I ain't figure it out yet. But I definitely got Crawford. I had Crawford before the car crash, before everything. I had Crawford. I think he's the best fighter in the world right now. I don't think it. The only other person that can take their number one spot from him right now, I believe, is like Usyk, and maybe Naoya, but that's about it.
Maybe. Whew.
Yeah. No, I got respect for Naoya. I got respect for Naoya, but I think Spence's fundamental skills and his consistency is going to work against him. I think Bud is a little too fluid, and being fundamentally sound and consistent makes you incredibly predictable. So that's how I see it. I see like 9-10. I see Bud stopping him.
Yeah.
But Bud definitely gets the stoppage. Everyone ain't been stopping anybody for the longest, and now Bud is stopping every single fight up that he's fought at welterweight. Nobody's doing that in like the history of the sport. Nobody's moving up from a smaller weight, going to a higher weight, and stopping everybody they fight at the higher weight. The only other person right now that's doing it is Callum Smith. So I got to give it to Bud. I see him way more focused, way more prepared, and of course more skill set. I'm tired of everybody just talking about size for Errol. Why don't y'all got anything else to say for Errol? Like, it's only size. It's only will. That's not going to work in a boxing match, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, good points, yo. D Lucky, by the way, thank you for the donation, the comment, all that. Toughest SOB says again, did you see where play? I wasn't going. I was trying to leave it alone, but I might as well, talk about it, man. Like, yo, I just feel like Jamal just need to chill from boxing for a little bit and just not chill like as in don't box. Yo, just get out of the limelight and just train, bro. Because every time he's outside, he's either drunk or something like it's just now you becoming a meme. Because I can't even like all morning when I went on my phone, they making memes about him now. Like it's crazy. They put him on Wikipedia with a law of Caleb Plant. They got him looking crazy. And he used to be the more feared brother out of the two. And now they got him looking like he's soft, like they picking on him now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This was Big Maul, like Big Charlo. Now they making fun of him. He ain't take the Canelo fight. Even his brother was clowning him for not taking it the first time. Yo, this is getting crazy. I never would have thought that this is how we would look at Jamal Charlo at this point. Crazy.
And it's worse to get slapped than it is punched. Like you get slapped, he's just basically saying, dude, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, he's slapped. I mean, there's a whole story behind it. They saying like there was a fight between, I don't know if it's true, so I don't even want to put that out there. But because people on Twitter just be lying sometimes. But they saying there was a whole story, and Plant was supposed to be breaking up another fight, and I don't know, Charlo touched him some way, and Plant slapped shit out of him, And
I heard he touched
that slap
Caleb's
was
beard.
loud.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
meanwhile,
wow.
last time we saw Big Charlo, he was calling out Bivol. Right? Last
That's
time
what
we
I'm
saw him, he was.
saying.
Come on, man. It don't make no
Yeah, and
sense.
he
And then
was
you don't take
drunk
the Canelo
too.
fight.
He was drunk there too, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Come
he
on.
gotta just chill, get his mental health in order. And sometimes, sometimes you just gotta get away from get off social media, bro. Sometimes you gotta get away from all that. Don't go to no boxing events. Get out of that and pop up when you ready to scrap, but come back like when you ready.
Right.
Because I think he's halfway in one foot. And I know you're going through your personal stuff. So if you're going through all that, just handle that. Do what you got to do. If you, I fall back from YouTube sometimes. I fell back from 6 months sometimes. Sometimes you just going through something or you're not going through nothing, but you got to focus on the important stuff outside the more important stuff. Not saying this ain't important, but sometimes you got to focus on what's going on. If I have to take a couple weeks off, I'm taking it. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? And I think that's what Jamal needs to do. Get away. Stop going to these fights drunk, calling out people you know damn well you're not going to fight. You're not going to fight Bivol, bro, and he don't want to fight you. I don't know. It's crazy.
People forget how you live outside the ring is very important. If you live an undisciplined life outside the ring, what you going to do on fight night when some dude's putting pressure on you? You going to cave in the fight like you do in real life?
Yeah, man. You got to prioritize. I mean, boxing is your life. That's the way you make your bread. You got to prioritize it, man. But I think he's just not there, man. And we've seen it before. We've seen this before. KF, thank you. He says, Boxing Man, I know this is about Spence and Crawford, but off topic, do you wish Floyd Mayweather fought? Do you wish Floyd Mayweather fought in this current era? And how do you think he would have done against either Terrence Crawford and Spence? Thanks and keep up the good work. It's a great question. I would have loved to see both of those fights with Crawford and Spence. More Crawford simply because I think defensively, Crawford, he's not as good as Floyd, but I like Crawford still to go for the stoppages, and I like that, and I felt like with Floyd, from a technical standpoint and from a fighter, you getting both of that with Crawford, and I would love to see how Floyd would have done. I think that would have been one of his hardest fights. I still think Floyd overall is more talented than both, but I would have loved. There's certain fights that I think that would have been good matchups for Floyd. Terrence Crawford is one of them. Even Errol Spence is one of them because I think he's a better pressure fighter than the others that Floyd. Everybody tried to out pressure Floyd because they were better. He was just better than them skill wise. But I think Spence would have been a problem. I was just talking to Jims about this the other day. Erislandy Lara was my dream fight for Floyd when he was active.
That boy,
I know a lot of people don't say that, but that was my personal dream fight.
That'd be a tough ass fight, bro. I can't wait to do that shit on Patreon.
Yo, Jims, man. Stop playing, bro. Jims, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. He said smack that like button. Support the fight that we all ask for, paying for. Shout out to Wave, my second favorite YouTube channel. Thank you, bro.
We get money today, Wave.
Let's get it. We are getting money all week, bro. But yo, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I really do.
Sir.
And Dirty Red, thank you too. He says, I don't know who was, but there was a video of two females fighting in the back parking lot. I'm not gonna get into all that, man. Dirty Red, thank you. I think I heard who it is, but I don't want to talk about it because if it's not true, I don't know what those two women look like in real. I don't know if it's them, but there's involving with the Charlos, and
I say it. It's Mel Amal's wife. But we don't got to talk about it. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. But what do y'all think about going back to that question with Floyd? How do y'all feel about that with Bud and Spence?
You know what I'm thinking in hindsight right now? I don't really care if Floyd would have fought Bud or Spence. I would have preferred for the lineage of the welterweight division. I would have preferred that Floyd would have fought Kell Brook. That would have been the undisputed fight, really. If Floyd would have fought Kell Brook, then we would have a connection through all the way to Terrence Crawford and Spence. You know what I mean? Because the WBO was supposed to be on the line. I don't know, they reneged when he fought Pacquiao. The only other belt out there was Kell Brook. So if Floyd would have fought Kell Brook, that would have been a good fight for us to gauge the lineage of the welterweight division. You know.
I think I might have remembered making content on that back then.
Yeah, but they remember they stripped Floyd of the WBO belt, or they tried to act like it wasn't up for grabs in the fight for some reason. It was just weird.
Yeah, but I thought all right, because I'm looking up on Boxrec. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was 3 belts. I think Kell Brook had the IBF. That's right.
Kell Brook had the IBF. So if Floyd would have fought him, that would have been undisputed, and then we would have went into the Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence era, and then it would have, we would have saw a nice little lineage. Where the lineage kind of broke a little bit.
Yeah, Floyd and Pacquiao, they never really cared about that shit. Like they never cared to try to be undisputed.
Nah, they was cashing out,
yeah,
bro.
it
It was so much money for them, man. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars now. We're not just talking about $10 million, $5 million. But this is my question: does anybody think that this era is more competitive or more skilled than the last era?
I do.
No.
At welterweight?
No.
At welterweight, no.
Nah, bro.
I think it might be.
Well, I got a question.
Shane Mosley,
What era is you talking? Like, what defines the era? We talking about a decade?
I'm talking about so you think this era is more skilled and more competitive than the Mayweather Pacquiao era?
No, because you got Cotto, you got Mosley, you got
Marquez, you got
Marquez,
you got. I mean, bro, it get deep. Like past Spence and
you got
Crawford,
Bradley too.
Yeah,
Tim Bradley, Prime Brook, Prime Porter. You know what I mean? Like bro, past Spence and Crawford.
You got Keith Thurman.
Who in this era competes?
Boots.
I
know his resume. I know his resume ain't like that, but Boots is a problem. So.
All right, that's one.
Yeah, no, Boots would have been. I think Boots could have definitely competed. I mean, he looks like he's the next big thing. I ain't gonna lie. He looks like it. We just gotta wait and see it. But I think he's gonna show the world that he belongs there, though. At some point, I think that's what I'm expecting it. But he still got to do it.
Nah, he gonna win a vacant belt, bro.
But he ain't the future.
Yeah, of course, because he's not fighting Bud or Spence.
Yeah,
he's not gonna fight them. He's gonna win a vacant belt. But he's messed up because now I don't even think the Virgil Ortiz joint is gonna happen. I don't know what's going on with Virgil.
I think Virgil gonna retire.
Yeah, something. He's in bad shape.
Yeah, and that was the fight that I wanted to see. Like that was the build up for the next guys. And Stan Jonas is cool, but Boots is gonna have to eventually go up to 154. And just because I don't even see anybody else that's like crazy at welterweight right now.
Yeah, I hear you. So I mean, the era question, like, do you really? I mean, even when we get down to fighters like say a Margarito,
I was about to say,
you know what I'm saying, like,
Williams.
The further we go down the list,
Maidana,
the less comparable that it is to this era. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
Like Boxingologist was good, bro. Yo, you there? All right. Yeah. My bad about James. What were you about to say?
I was just gonna say, look at the top 10 from this era and look at the top 10 from Floyd Pacquiao era, bro. I don't think it compares at all.
It really doesn't, man.
It doesn't.
I mean, but I wasn't gonna answer that based on out of those two, except Bud and Spence.
Yo, who's the future of the welterweight division as of right now?
Boots to me.
It's not Boots. He's too big for the weight class.
Oh, right. He's gonna move out. That's a fact.
Is it Shakur Stevenson? Is it Devin Haney? Is it Teofimo?
I think it's gonna be Teofimo next when he go up.
Man, that's tough to say.
I don't know how long Josh Taylor gonna be at those weights though.
Yeah, it ain't Josh Taylor.
That's real tough to say, fam.
Yeah, because it might be
like a Richardson Hitchens or somebody like that.
Okay.
Or
Shushu, right? Shushu.
No, Shushu way
all the way at featherweight.
Yeah, feather. Okay. He's too low. Okay.
I'll be forgetting that too. I'll be thinking, I don't know why. It's so many damn. You got Mason. Mason's at lightweight.
Yep.
Mason's at lightweight. Yo, it's too many. I be thinking they all at 135 for some reason.
Yeah, they not. And they not. Yeah.
But so many of them are at 135 though, fam.
Yeah, I got Shushu confused a few times. He's down at feather. It's too hard to call, bro.
Yeah, that's too hard. Yeah, welterweight, the prospects ain't looking good. I mean, unless we know people moving up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What's the next fight after this, though? Who's fighting next? I haven't even looked at the schedule. I've been so zoomed.
It's really Joshua White. Joshua White is the next big one.
Joshua White. You got
Joe Joyce versus Zhang.
You got Usyk Dubois.
Let's talk about that. Does Joyce have a chance of winning the rematch?
Valdez Navarrete too.
I just think that boy style is just all wrong for him, bro.
Yeah, I don't think
all wrong for him, man.
I predicted that Zhilei Zhang was going to stop.
I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money on that one. I think that guy's style was terrible. That was the worst person he could have fought, man.
Oh yeah, we talked about that way before the fight. Bro, Zhang got a chance to spark this dude.
That's crazy though, because nobody was really. Yo, you there? Boxingologist.
Yo.
What's good,
I'm
bro?
here, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
man. What's up, brother? Salute, brother. Man, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. Good to be talking, man.
I see you.
Man, long time, bro.
I saw you over there cooking up on those debates recently.
Oh yeah, man. You know, that was actually, man, the first boxing debate tournament ever, bro, on YouTube ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to, come out of retirement, man. We old school, man, go back, man, and shake off the ring rust, man, and did my Sugar Ray Leonard.
How you got the fight? How you see the fight going?
Man, you know what, man? Actually, I had Spence before the car accidents. After the car accidents, I was kind of leaning towards Crawford. I see intangibles that both guys possess to really, because one guy's a better inside fighter than the other guy. The other guy's a better body puncher. You know what I mean? One guy has a little bit sharper defense. One guy's, both guys got different intangibles, man. It's gonna come down to who's the best southpaw. I think, is going to be the deciding factor, man. Who's the best southpaw? Who has the highest boxing IQ in the southpaw stance? But just, man, honestly, as a fan, man, I really don't care who wins, bro. At this point, I can really see either guy winning. If somebody put a gun on my head, I lean towards Crawford. But I mean, the fans win this fight, man, regardless, bro. This is what we've been waiting on, man. Like a fight like this, at this caliber, where there's no. It's not too many asterisks or, what can you say about either? Saying like they both is performing. They both is fighting at the highest level. And so, man, we just, no matter how the outcome, man, I think both guys is going to bring it. And it's going to be a very, very entertaining. I think it's going to be more entertaining than the Lomachenko-Devin Haney fight. And it's going to be probably some knockdowns and maybe a stoppage in that joint, man. So, that's what I'm looking for, man. Just to touch on that, I heard y'all was talking about that, Big Bang Zhang and Joe Joyce fight, man. I see why they call Joe Joyce the Juggernaut, man, because he just don't move his damn head, bro. You got to move your head fighting Zhang, man, because he's a seasoned vet. He's a silver medalist, Olympian. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
We're gonna see how that one play out. But I don't think he can mess with Zhang, man. He was a sleeper. He's a sleeper at the heavyweight division. And he's a big boy too. So. Yeah, man. But I had to represent me. Represent the boxing community, man. You know what I'm saying? All day long.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question, the panel. Is Terrence Crawford going to start out fighting righty, or he's going to come out straight out as a southpaw?
Orthodox. Always orthodox.
I got him fighting one round orthodox. I think if he try to do like a Hagler, when Hagler came out, he fought Leonard. Because Hagler came out the first 2 rounds fighting orthodox against Sugar Ray Leonard, if y'all remember. And that could have been a deciding factor of him actually losing that fight. So if I was Bud, I think just knowing how Bud is, I think he's gonna come out orthodox just to kind of see where Spence is at. So what kind of look Spence gives him in an orthodox stance. And I think he's just gonna go into that next gear, man, in that second round and just fight southpaw the rest of the fight. That's what I got.
Look, Crawford has never switched
agree with that.
he's never switched versus Southpaw. He always came out Southpaw and fought the whole fight Southpaw. I mean, it's hard to say though, because in the training videos, bro, you see him fighting orthodox a lot and definitely working on controlling that lead hand, which would be hella important, because if he could take away Spence's jab, it's a wrap. But so I have no clue, but I'm just telling you, in all his film against Southpaws, he's always Southpaw. He's never switched.
Hey, so who have you seen him fight Southpaw? Who's the Southpaw fighters he fought? You probably remind me.
Ndongo and Felix Diaz.
Felix Diaz. I was about to say Felix Diaz.
Okay, Felix Diaz. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's a very good fighter.
I go back to that fight a lot when I was just doing film study for this one. You know, I found like some of the flaws that I brought up with Bud was from that fight. Exactly. You know, I think Felix Diaz. I know Spence only got Kieran and Larte.
Wasn't Felix Diaz a gold medalist? Wasn't Felix Diaz a gold
medalist?
Man,
that's what I was about to say, man. People sleep on Felix Diaz.
He was a gold medalist.
Crawford beat two gold medalists. Crawford beat 2 gold medals and he beat 1 silver medalist. I think so his boxing prowess, man.
Is it Postal? Is it Postal that's silver?
No, he Khan. Amir Khan was silver.
What was Postal? Postal was something.
Oh,
I thought
I don't know about Postal. I don't know if him being a gold Gamboa.
I think Felix Diaz, Lamont Peterson.
He gold.
Yeah, I think Lamont got a gift in that fight. I think Diaz edged that one out.
Felix was a problem. A lot of people don't put respect on his name. He was really good for a smaller fighter. He was very good.
Yeah,
he really was.
Yeah, he was good. But I remember when he beat Sammy Vasquez. They was pushing him hard, you know, as a prospect at that time, and he destroyed him. He outboxed him real good. He was pretty good, but
I really expected him to put a better fight against Crawford, man. So the way Crawford kind of dominated him was kind of like, I was like, okay, that's impressive. Like that's like the way he dominates fighters that you see a fight is, because I saw the Khan fight being competitive, and you see Crawford, he's always dominating a fight that you might feel like it may be competitive going into the fight. Like I didn't think he was gonna stop Brook early like he did. I didn't think he was gonna stop Porter. You know, I didn't think he was gonna stop Khan. Like he just, man, he another level, man. That guy, he's special. By the way, he's very special.
Postal wasn't he wasn't Olympic.
He wasn't?
Nah.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe
I didn't think he was.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Okay. Maybe I got it wrong.
It just says he was in tournaments and he was a silver medalist in one of them.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. That's what it was. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, man. What do you guys feel about do you guys think Dubois has any chance of being Usyk?
Oh no.
I gotta ask.
I mean, any heavyweights, bro. Heavyweights, a puncher's chance at the heavyweight division means a lot different than a puncher's chance anywhere else.
Yes.
So he's got a puncher's chance, but that's about it.
I said it, you know, I talked about the angle about you know, Derek Chisora, and I said, yo, if he fights an extremely aggressive fight, which Usyk is used to, everyone's doing it. I mean, even before when he went pro, you know, Joyce tried to do it, you know, but I think the approach he's going to take, it may give him some success if he, you know, is to land a big shot or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, Joshua tried to just straight box with him, you know, and I think that wasn't really the greatest approach, but Joshua has changed, so I don't know.
Yeah, the thing about the boys, man, he got to land on Usyk, man. People got to remember Usyk is a very elusive fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's very hard to land on. Even if you're a good boxer like Anthony Joshua, he's very hard to catch clean. And a slow guy like the boys, and you only good as your last fight. And if y'all seen his last fight, I think he was ready to go in like the first round, bro. Like he almost got stopped early by that dude. I never even heard of that guy. He had a pretty good record, but he looked very bad, man, his last fight. So I don't.
Lorena is a cruiserweight.
Yeah, that fight was crazy though.
It was.
It was.
Yo, Genzy, thank you, bro. Thank you for the though. This is my guy. This is my real life bro right here. Good looking. Appreciate you. Yeah,
I was
he was looking
picking
crazy at that fight, man. It was a good fight though. It was a good little, but he destroyed him after that.
Yeah.
Like right after that.
Yeah, he did.
Hey,
did you think it was gonna be an upset though? When we just watching it live, did it look like it was about to be an upset?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because he kept taking it
Man.
in. I'm like, yo, what? I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with this dude? Like,
that's what I was saying, bro. That's exactly what I was saying. What's wrong with him? He's not himself. Like, the hell.
I was picking Usyk big to beat Dubois, but I heard some stuff from the Dubois camp that I'm not I can't say for about 2 weeks, but I might have to change my pick after what I heard.
Oh man, here we go, man.
Usyk is a straight up killer.
Put a little bit of money on this dude.
Usyk is a killer, man. Dubois ain't getting past Usyk, man.
When do you think Usyk is going to slow down, though? He's 36 years old, man. You guys think he's going to slow down soon? This could be the fight right here. You never know.
Man, it's just a big
look, ain't Crawford 36 or 35, 36, and he's fighting at the highest level. So, you know, like a lot of them heavyweights is up in age anyway, you know. So Joe Joyce, he's older. Zhang is older. Usyk is older. Wilder is older. A lot of them guys is but you know the power the last thing to go. So you know, shoot.
Yeah. I've been like that in the heavyweight division for a very long time.
Yeah,
they usually got the oldest dudes in boxing, pretty much.
Yeah, man. Age don't play a factor too much in heavyweight, man.
But I think Usyk's skill level is just far beyond the vast majority of other heavyweights. And
his mental is as well. His mental is as well. He's a whole different animal.
I think Usyk.
Yeah, he got a different pedigree.
Yeah,
he got a different pedigree,
yes,
man.
Exactly.
Who y'all got if Usyk fought Fury? Who y'all got winning that fight? How y'all see that fight playing out?
Usyk.
You got Usyk?
Yeah,
I got Usyk.
I had to do film study, but I got Fury, bro. That's just
Fury.
It's too much of a size.
I can't bet against Fury right now, bro.
It's hard to bet against either one of them, bro. It's really hard to bet against either one of them.
I know.
Yeah, but the love of the sport really come from, for me, the love of the sport is the fact that anything you do in a boxing ring can be counted. No matter what advantage you have, it can be counted. So I think Fury's size works against him. As Fury said, his big size works against him when he fights smaller fighters. That's why Steve Cunningham dropped him. I think Usyk is a monster. He's a whole different nightmare, especially for Fury. I think he loses that fight.
Yeah. But just like his guy Lomachenko and his fellow pretty much stablemate, because they were trained by Lomachenko's father together. Usyk isn't great off the back foot.
Yeah, he's not.
Just like Lomachenko. So it's like, a bigger man that could put him on the back foot, that's going to be tough for him, bro.
But if you think about it, Usyk is very good at moving side to side. So when you think about how tall and state now I will say Fury, he got a good boxing ability. He can move his feet, you know what I'm saying? He can move. But the way Usyk, he uses lateral movement, left and right. You know what I'm saying? He wants to go around, so and with taller guys, that's a little bit of a problem because they already got to punch down to him. And then him moving, swaying from different sides, man. Shit, you can look up, he behind you. You so tall like that, man. So they both got different intangibles that can work against the other. It just comes down like the dude heard. He said, a person, it's always something that another person can use against you. That you may have this, but it's something that can nullify that. It just comes down to, does the boxer he's fighting in the moment have that intangible to nullify what he's doing? Exactly. And that's what we don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, agree. 100% agreed. But just as punching down could be your benefit as well. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're taller or a bigger man, you know what I mean? Or you got the longer reach at least. Because, I mean, if you think about punching lanes, it's a much different to block the punching lanes of somebody that's punching down on you. Now, can you take advantage of it because their chin is coming down to you? Hell yeah, you can. But you gotta deal with that punch first. You know what I mean? So your high guard might be a little bit higher now. you know what I'm saying? Your parry might have to start above your head. You know what I mean? So it's a difference all around.
Yeah, it's how you use it. Because Tyson will tell you basically the complete opposite of what you just said, and we all know that he was able to use that. So it's just how you use it and what you're doing. Like that's why I love the sport, because anything you do can be countered and be used against you. It's a beautiful it's a beautiful sport, man. It really is.
Yeah, I hope the fight happens. Do you think Fury just really doesn't want the fight because he thinks he is a chance he could lose? You guys think he's actually ducking Usyk on a strength that he might lose this fight, or do you think he just jumped on the bag to fight Ngannou?
I think he's wearing him out. He's waiting him out, trying to see if he could get some more damage on Usyk. Somebody else could mess him around. Something, if he could see something. He want Joe Joyce, Duval, everybody to fight Usyk before he does, so he could figure out something. But I think he's going to fight him, but he's waiting.
Money. I'm gonna always say it's the money, man, because that's what makes the most sense.
Yeah, Fury don't seem like he don't strike me as a type that will duck a fighter out of fear of losing to him. I think it just comes down at the level he's at in a sport, like the dude said, the money. Like if the money is what he wants, he'll take the fight. Like if Usyk came out and said, you know what, I'm just gonna agree with whatever you want, and they sent the contract, the fight happened. You know what I'm saying? But it's just some diva shit because he feel like he the man. So and I understand that. I mean, he worked himself in at a position, but it just comes down to the term sheet, the term agreement. You know what I mean? He want things on his terms, and if a person is willing to give in to him, the fight will happen. If not, then I don't know, but I wouldn't say it's he's afraid he might lose the fight, because if that's the case, he shouldn't never even entertain a fight at all. You know what I'm saying? When you see Manny Pacquiao, when they was talking about Manny Pacquiao fighting Terrence Crawford on Top Rank, if you notice the way this Manny Pacquiao was moving, he wasn't gonna entertain the fight at all. It wasn't about nothing. It's like, I think I could lose this fight. I'm not taking it. It's not happening. So but he don't come off like that. I think the Saudi deal might be something that comes to fruition, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I don't think he's.
I think it's a little bit of.
But hey, I'm about to hop off, bro. Hey, thanks for having me on, bro. I just want to give my pick, man. Hey, bless up to the channel, man. Hey, I'm stay tuned for the fights tonight, man. We in for exciting night of boxing. History gonna be made, man. Come Sunday morning, man. Y'all take it light, bro.
Yeah.
Respect.
Thank you. Respect. Later.
All right, for sure.
Hey, Wave, real quick. How long you staying on, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to get off too because I got to get back on. We gonna be on later.
7 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on at 7
for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on at 7. So I'm about to check out anyway. But yeah, you guys just leave your last thoughts on the fight and the channel, whatever you want to say, and we'll get on out of here.
Yeah, I'll kick it off. First of all, shout out to you, Boxingwave. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. I'm rolling with EJ, but like I said, both of these brothers is winners, man. The sport of boxing wins, man. I'm just looking forward to a great fight, man. Y'all be easy. I'm gonna try to catch you later too, man.
All right, bro. Thanks for checking in.
All right, peace.
All right, fam.
All right, fellas. We out of here. Peace.
One.